Hey everyone, today I'm going to be discussing a makeup tutorial for beginners. If you saw my last post on my blog, I'll link it below there, and I've listed some of the products that I would suggest. I've listed both high-end and drugstore, so you can pick between the two. So what I'm going to be doing is, when you're a beginner, you want to apply kind of a very few amount of products, and some products that don't make your skin hide and kind of not show through. You do want to see your features still there. So that's kind of what I've tried to do. So I'm going to start out with the concealer that I suggested. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. So all you're going to do is you're going to apply this to anywhere where you have redness. For me, that's my nose. I also like to do a bit up here so I can highlight. You want to do under your eyes, just in case you have dark circles. And I also get a bit of redness on my cheeks as well. Don't worry about being too exact here. So as soon as you've done that, you're just going to take your finger and you're going to blend. Doesn't need to be an exact science at all, because we are going to be putting foundation over it. I like to use a lighter color than my skin tone just because it brightens up the areas as well. So you're just using your finger to pat that in, trying to be kind of sensitive around the eye area just because the skin is thinner than other areas of your face. So you found your redness, your blemishes, and you've just covered them on up with a little bit of concealer. If you want to stop there and not use a foundation, that's perfectly fine. There's tons of people that do that, but I do like to use a foundation for a bit of a fuller coverage face. So you're going to take your foundation, your liquid foundation, just pump it up into your hands like so. Put it between your fingers to warm it up. This will make it blend to the skin that much easier. And then you're just going to apply it over top of the concealer, really blending it in with your fingers. Once again, just trying to be relatively light around the eye area. Just putting it over your face, really no exact science to it. If you would prefer to use a brush, you're absolutely welcome to. I just like to use my fingers because I find that it gives me a little bit more control than a brush does, and I just like the finish better. So, make sure that you're also blending along the jawline really, really well. You want to really work it in. And you can even put a little bit down on your neck if you prefer to as well. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our stick blushes that I recommended. So this one's the Tarte Flush. And all you're going to do is you're going to smile to find your apples of the cheeks. And you're going to put it a little bit below because your cheeks do fall down, so you don't want all that in your eye area there. So literally just dabbing that cheek stain on. Looks like a clown right now, but we're going to blend. So taking your fingers again, we're just blending, and what you want to do is blend up into the hairline. So just like when we contour and we follow the tip of the ear downwards, blending goes up into the hairline because it creates that really lifted appearance of the cheek. You can smile again just to kind of let your apples show. With stains, you do need to work relatively quickly just because they will stay on there and it's kind of hard to make it budge. So try to work really quickly and just kind of blend it into your face. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our eyeliner. So I recommended a pencil eyeliner just for those of you starting out. So all you really have to do is line your top and bottom. I wouldn't suggest doing your waterline to begin with for beginners just because it's kind of a hassle to do, and if you're not really that familiar with it, it's really going to irritate your eye. So all you're going to do is just get as close to the lash line as you possibly can. I actually close my eyes when I do this. It's really easy for me to just trace that way. So you can really do it any way you want. And because you have a pencil, there's a lot more room for mistakes, and you can kind of just correct and wipe it away or smudge it up a little bit to give it a little bit of a smokier look. versus a liquid eyeliner, which you need to be super exact. It's really hard to do, and then I often find I need to redo my makeup after because I've messed something up. And then we're going to do the bottom lash line as well. So as you can see, that really just defines the eyes and makes them look so much more poignant than they were before. So if you want to apply mascara, you can, but I think as a beginner, honestly, I like to kind of just leave it like this, and I think it lifts the lashes up as well when we did that, when we've really defined the lash line with our liner instead. So next what we're going to do is we're just going to define our brows. So I recommended a brow pencil. However, my favorite brow pencil, the Benefit brow pencil, I've used up. So today I'm actually going to be using my Too Faced Bulletproof Brows. But it's the same technique. So brows are such a focal point for your face, and they really will change the way your face looks. So that's why I included this in this beginner series, just because they really do make such a difference. So what you should do first is take a little spoolie. This comes with the Benefit one there. Oh, that's gross, Alana. Yeah, so a little spoolie. You're going to brush through your brows first, just to make sure that they're a little more natural, and we put foundation on, so you want to kind of get rid of that. So just going up in your arch, and then down, where your arch naturally comes down. Once again, just brushing up and down. So when you do your brows, you want to do really kind of small, short strokes, and you want to do what's called brow mapping. So brow mapping, all that means is you're going to take the inner corner of your eye and go up, and that's where your brows should start. And then from the center of the eye, going about a 45-degree angle, that's where your arch should hit. And then lastly, from the outer corner of your eye, that's where your brow should end. So what we're going to end up doing is when we draw on our brows, we're going to go up and then down, creating a really nice natural arch. So ideally you would have your pencil here, but same technique as I said. So I like to start on the top of my brows, and you're doing short little strokes to blend it in and make it look like little hairs. So like I said, once we get to the 45-degree angle, what we're going to do is draw the arch down. And then you're taking your pencil or your brush and you're just filling in any sparse areas. Because my brows are blonde, they do tend to be quite sparse as well. So I always like to go for a really bold brow. And if you're worrying that this isn't looking very natural, what we are going to do at the end is just blend it all in with our spoolie again, so it does look more natural. So once again, we're starting at the beginning of our brows here, working from the top, going to where you think your arch should be, and that's all angled up, and then we angled downwards slightly. And then from there, just filling in short little strokes, trying to create little hairs. If you feel that you do want more control, you're absolutely welcome to use a brush as well. I've just chosen this product because my Benefit ran out, and I was looking for something that was a little bit more long-lasting, because those pencils, the downside of them is that they do run out really quickly. So once again, just blending it all together, short little strokes throughout. So you've got a nice tail at the end and a nice bold front. So to make this more natural, what we're going to do is we're going to take our spoolie again, and we're going to brush in the same direction we brushed before. So brushing up to the arch and downwards. You want to make these look really natural. And if you feel like you went a little bit too heavy-handed, what I like to do is take a little bit of your foundation, dot it on your fingers, and just brush it over the first little bit there, just so it looks a little bit more natural blending in. You're welcome to do that if you like. I like a really bold brow, so I'm not going to do that, but if you do feel like you were heavy-handed, just do a little bit of a dab there, and you're perfect. So the last thing that we're going to do in this tutorial is we're going to put on a lip tint. So one of the ones that I suggested was the Fresh Sugar lip tints. These ones smell like sugar. It's like you're baking. It's awesome. And they give you just a really nice natural tint to the lips. And they're really moisturizing at the same time. So you basically just have a lip balm, but better. So it's really not an exact science at all. It's not like a lipstick where you need to be super conscious. You don't need to use a lip liner. You literally can just put it on. No mirror required at all, really. And that's just going to give you a nice natural tint to the lips. There we go. And that's your finished look there. So this is perfect for beginners. It really just is something that's nice and light, nice and natural, and it's not going to be something that's going to be super overwhelming for your face. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.